I would love to hear Manong Peter's voice, and maybe his own kababayans in Pangasinan would also like to hear more about what he is doing now here in the United States and over the years. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, and I'm very glad to be with new friends, especially Toto and Eleanor. You have been, your names were mentioned to me a number of times today and the day before by Puji and Auring as a true friend. So I tag along with them, knowing that I will be meeting new friends. And I am glad to be in America with Aurora here, because Aurora is very popular. I found out she has what a big circle of friends in this San Diego County. Well, I cannot say so much about Auring because she has no Auring. I know Auring. If I would like to say a few words about how I met your beloved mentor. She was a batchmate of my sister and cousin in the University of the Philippines. She took her vacation, summer vacation in my hometown, one summer of 1952. I know exactly because she was invited in my hometown to attend the fiesta. The fiesta is April 13. Oh no, 18. And as I passed by the house where she was belated, I was attracted by a strange face in the balcony of that house. I went inside, I was introduced to her, and there was an instant attraction on my part. And so that was it. That same afternoon, I invited her to the farm, and the following morning, I invited her again to have an excursion in the national park, in the famous 100 Islands. 100 Islands.
Yeah, I've been to that place. I think
that we went there again, and then I took her around. We went home that same evening. I had dinner with her. I had, what you call this, a few romantic hours with her.
Oh, wow.
You know, strange thing happened. After that memorable night with her, the following morning, first Sunday morning, she came. She came. And ever since, I was so disgusted.
So, like love at first sight?
Oh, yeah, I think so. It was what I call, I was smitten.
Oh.
But she escaped, and then here we met in America.
Wow. Small world.
That is all that I can say at the moment.
And I presume you arrived in America ahead of her.
No, I have learned during the years that she has been a representative of the UNESCO and the World Health Organization.
Yeah.
And aside from being a government representative, she was also representing her church, the Universal Methodist Church.
United Methodist
The United Methodist Church. So she was busy outside the Philippines during those past years.
So it was just very recently that you reunited with her in San Diego.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was here in America in and out in 1997. In and out, I come here, I go out. When I came here first in 1997, when my son, my youngest son, got married. Then I left America and then came back to America. Then after 2.5 years, my only daughter got married again. So I came back. I came back to America. And then I went back to the Philippines. I left my wife here. And then in 2013, well, I received news that my wife died. So I rushed back to America again and again. I stayed here ever since. April 23rd of 2013. And then 1.5 month later, I found out that Aurin, my old friend, got with
Yeah.
And so I started to send my condolences
Wow.
and had a few exchange of words with her. Ever since I didn't stop calling her.
Yeah. So from 1952, and then the second meeting is here, like 2013.
No.
There were
There were times when he calls up, he visits, but I didn't know how he took hold of my telephone number. But there was nothing. It was just a friendly call. Hello, how are you? And
And during
how's
that time,
life?
Sir Winlove was still alive.
Oh yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
And then I think I was invited to a party
San Carlos.
in San Carlos Association's
There's
gala night. In this was held in Marriott Hotel in Long Beach. And I was just wondering why they were very insistent to invite me, only to find out that he said, I will buy a ticket provided you can invite Mrs. Kudal. So he bought, he and his cousin, who was the nephew, who was the president of the Aluminum City Association, were there when I came. And so that was the first time I really saw him, for many, many years. And then we danced, and
All
he's a
night.
very good dancer. And so, but I was very curious then because he said, if you will get widowed and I get widowed, do you think we can come together again? I
Wow.
was just laughing and I said, oh no, because my husband is very strong and perhaps he will reach 95 years old, and by that time he will already be very old, but he didn't say anything. And then that was the end of it. So the next call was 2013 when he called up, and Will was beside me then. And I said, oh, I thought all the while that you are already settled in the Philippines. But he said, no, I am back because my wife passed away. So I said, oh, condolence. I was very sad for him. And that's all. And then later on, I changed my telephone number because it was really time for me to change it. Because Win was complaining that it was not user-friendly. So I changed my telephone number and I forgot all about him because Win suffered from a stroke. So end of April, the whole of May, so I really forgot all about him until he called back, and then Win passed away June 2nd. And then July 4th, I received a call from him. He said, "This is Peter." And he said, I'm very sorry to hear that your husband died.
Passed away.
Passed away.
Mhm.
And so I said, "How did you know? And how do you know my number?"
And what was my
And
response?
his response was, "If you love a woman, you'll always keep track of her."
Wow.
And so I said, "Oh, please don't speak that way because I'm vulnerable." And
Uh-huh.
I thought he will respect my vulnerability, only to find out later that, he started calling me until
Day and night.
we met in her sister's house.
Mm.
Because I thought he was already old and decrepit. So I haven't seen him for a long time.
Uh-huh.
And here he was always talking over the phone. So I thought he was just playing with the phone and playing with words. But when I saw him, goodness, he was still playing tennis and, So I said, "Oh my goodness, he's still strong." And I found out that I think his only difficulty now is his left eye.
My
right?
left eye is
His
blurred.
left eye is
Or
blurred.
maybe cataract.